Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is sponsored by Mars, and I'm presenting this old-fashioned butter churn set. It has glass jar, wooden cover and metallic paddle to work. It also comes with silicone mold in case you want to mold your butter into store-bought butter style pieces, like rectangle pieces. It has molding paddles, wooden paddles, cheesecloth that will help you to mold the butter. She's here licking my feet. Okay, no, it's okay, that's fine, they're clean. Anyways, I know many of you probably would say, I have a mixer, I do this with my mixer. What if you don't have electricity? You always have this old-fashioned style butter churn set, and if you don't have electricity, you also end up having a room temperature heavy whipping cream, full fat. Make sure it's room temperature. How to use it, how to make it, I forgot to mention, rubber mat to keep the jar in its place so it's not slippery, so it helps you to work better. Anyways, what do? Approximately 2.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. I don't measure this whatsoever. I just pour until I reach to this point, let's say. Such a thick, heavy cream. By the way, I'm gonna link it in the description along with discount codes, so check it out. It's a really cool thing to have. And of course you cover it. I washed it, of course. And also it comes with a user manual in case you need instructions or more detailed instructions. Also some recipes, yeah, for flavored butters. Okay, we're making regular salted butter. I'll add some salt at the end. Or you can also add it right now. Close it. And I wish the kids were home. They enjoy working with this thing. And you roll it about 10 to 15 minutes. It's a very good arm exercise. Just in case you want to have strong muscles, this is the right tool to have. In about 7 minutes you should see already how it's curdling, but it's not ready yet. Let me show you the inside. It's super easy to handle. Look at this. We're almost there. Another, I think, 5 minutes. And it should be ready to be washed with cold water and molded. Alright, this is ready in about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, depending how hard you're spinning. It should be ready. Buttermilk has completely separated from the butter. It means you can open it. My husband, when closes something, he closes it forever. Okay, I think Aram, come. Good, thank you. Alright, buttermilk is something very useful. You're not gonna discard it. You're gonna save it for your, let's say, pancakes, crepes, muffins, whatever baking goods you wanna make. You can use, instead of milk, you can use buttermilk. Alright, I wanna get everything. So I'm saving the buttermilk, and I prepped iced bath for the butter. That way it will be easier to mold it. In there, and you can use your hands, of course, just like that. Kind of bring it together, squeeze it, just combine everything together like so. Almost there. And my working surface should be ready as well, so I can paddle the butter into nicer shape. If you wanna go ahead and divide into 4 pieces, equal pieces, and place it in silicone mold, you can do it. But I think I'm gonna go with 1 solid piece of butter this time. And you use your paddles. Okay, hold on, let me just put this in cold water, it's gonna be easier. And kind of bring it together. Oops. And just like so. Better late than never. I forgot to add the salt. And I think this is almost ready. And by the way, the cheesecloth, if you don't have a fine mesh sifter, that's when you use your cheesecloth, just to save all the butter pieces. I want it to look nice and perfectly shaped. Okay. This is a very therapeutic moment. Butter therapy, it's called. Almost there. Perfecto. I'm gonna grab a parchment paper, wrap it, and put it in my freezer for a few minutes. And I'm gonna show you how to make your own delicious homemade cheese while this thing is getting cold. And while this thing is biting on my dress. In ce Suzu? Okay. So, here we go. Let's see if I can do this evenly. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna place this in my freezer to harden a little bit, and then if I want to continue wrapping it, it's gonna be easier. Actually, I'll wrap it as I go. Here you go. A nice, good slice of butter. Link for the butter churn set will be in the description. Check it out. Get one if you like making your own delicious dairies. So let's wait a little. Okay. And we need some room temperature milk. Better full fat without any less calories or healthy versions. Raw milk, I think the best kind. And make sure it's room temperature. Even better if you leave the milk about 1 to 2 days in room temperature. That's even better. Alright, we need to bring this to a boil. Let's give it a few minutes to start boiling. I'm gonna give this a quick stir, and for the rest of the ingredients, optional ingredient, eggs. They will simply give your cheese creaminess and more rich taste. If you prefer it, grab 3 or 4 farm fresh eggs. And also they will give this nice and yellowish, pale yellow color to your cheese. But again, it's absolutely up to you. You don't have to make it with eggs. Also, you will need about a cup of yogurt, plain yogurt. Homemade yogurt, Heghineh yogurt. Search it and make it yourself. About a cup. Also, you know what? I'm gonna add everything. It's a little bit more than a cup. But you know, nothing dramatic will happen if you add more or less. It will still work. And about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Go with 1 tablespoon. Taste the milk after you add all the ingredients. If you like your cheese a bit saltier, add more salt. We like it on more saltier side. So 1.5. Mix it. Also, you will need some vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar, again my homemade vinegar. If you want to use white distilled vinegar, go with 1/4 of a cup. This is 1/3 of a cup. Mix it well and wait until your milk starts to simmer. Oh, by the way, if you don't have yogurt, you can use sour cream. We like it with yogurt. It's about to boil. Now I'm gonna give it another minute or so. And I'm going to add all my ingredients and wait until it curdles and separates. 2 more minutes. I'll get this, and it started to boil. I'm gonna lower the heat, just like so, and add my vinegar, and then my other ingredients, and continue on lower heat and mix it as you add. Just a few seconds. Allow it to boil a few seconds. Now you can see how it's starting to separate and curdle. Just give it another 3 to 4 minutes. And you don't have to stir anymore. Just wait. Patience. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes. Now I'm turning the heat off and allow it to cool down about 10 to 15 minutes. Not too long. You don't want it to cool down completely. Otherwise it won't combine and bind nicely and evenly. So it has to be slightly on hot or warmer side. Get this. It's already looking like a farmer's cheese. Like ricotta. And this is ready. I'm gonna grab the same fine mesh sifter and pour all my cheese curds into that sifter. Through that sifter, I mean. Just like so. And again, this liquid can be used for making breads, any baked goods. I make sandwich bread with this leftover liquid and it's so delicious. Very tender, tastes amazing, so don't discard this. I'm gonna try to squeeze out as much liquid as I can, and we have a few options from here. Either you grab one of these, let's say you have one of these, you can layer your cheesecloth over it and transfer your cheese curds onto this surface. Or if you have one of these cheese molds with cheese press, again these are optional. I just decided since I'm making too often, I might as well have the appropriate tools. That's why I'm gonna use this one. But when you place it in your colander or sifter, you will need to have some sort of press on top of it. For 24 to 48 hours at room temperature, you put something on top, something heavy over it, and in a day or two you have your cheese ready. In my case, let me do it this way, since I already have the mold. And I'm just gonna transfer this into my cheese mold. Look, it's already kind of taking the shape of this colander or sifter. I'm just gonna press it nicely and use your hands, of course, if you wish. Just like this. It's already nice and firm. But when you press it under the heavy weight, it gets even better and firmer. Just like this. And under this thing, although when I didn't have this, I used to put my this thing over it, let's say, just like this, and then something heavy on top. For example, a pot or something, just like this. A day or two, and it will get the shape. Let me see. There we go. Alright, and I'm gonna place this with the plate underneath because it's gonna continue leaking. This one I removed the plate and cheesecloth in 24 hours and then place it back into mold and let it stay another 24 hours. But in 24 hours it was already ready. You can just enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna not too tight. Now let's see what we have here. Okay. And I'm gonna slice it. Of course, you will place it in your fridge, or if you want to save it for a long time, you will make a salted water brine. To 1 cup of water, you will add a good heaping tablespoon of sea salt, and then as much as you need to place your cheese piece into that brine to save it for a long time. But we eat this in 2 days or so. I'll grab the knife, slice it. It's gonna be so delicious. It's still a little bit warm. When you place it in your fridge, it kind of hardens. It tastes like feta for some reason. And look, I didn't add egg in this cheese. I forgot to tell you. And you will see the difference. I'll show you when I have a chance. This one will have more yellowish, pale yellow color. And it will taste even better with eggs. But again, up to you. I didn't add eggs this time. Look at this. Just like normal, regular, very delicious, salted cheese. Let's not forget our butter, homemade cheese. Shame to say I didn't bake my bread yet. My sourdough is already calling my name. I'll bake it tomorrow and hopefully we'll enjoy it with freshly made bread and butter. I mean, freshly made butter and cheese. Let's see how it turned out. Look at this. Nice and creamy. I'll try just a tiny bit. We have lavash. Hold on. I'm gonna make small wrap. Okay, let's make it small. A little bit of butter. I don't know if you ever tried butter and cheese together. It's so good. Very full fat. But you know what? It's homemade. Calories don't count. So delicious. I don't think you need a recipe for the butter. A few ingredients for the cheese. I'll write it, link it in the description. Check it out, make it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Share, subscribe, and just be happy. I'll see you soon.